Hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to share with you something that I use and when I'm doing swatches and I'm not keeping the polish on my nails to swatch them and do full manicures with nail art and everything, but then to be able to just get it off real quick without having to wait a day for everything to cure down really good and be able to pop off a peely with you know, the regular peel off base coats. These products are not intended for wearing. You can't really get any, like, you know, wear at them, because first time you get to wash your hands, everything just wants to peel up. But the lovely thing about it is you can, like, take it off even while the polish is wet. And if you're not swatching polishes, you might want to use something like this, or use this idea for, you know, just figuring out what polish you want to wear. Like, today I'm going to show you 3 different polishes because I have 3 different bases that I'm going to share. This is the original one I got, and it's from RibbitsStickIts, and it's called Un-Frogettable Glass Frog, and it is an unscented peel-off base coat, liquid latex barrier. It's a little peach in color, and I'm like down to here, so that's why we went and bought some other brands. I bought one by Hoot, and it's called Talon Super Swatch and Peel, and then I got one from Vapid Lacquer, and this is Commitment Issues, and it's clear drying liquid latex peel off base. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put one on each nail of these 3 nails, and I'm going to paint them, and I'm going to show you how I do, like, when I'm swatching. I know a lot of you may not be swatchers and, you know, or do collabs where you're having to, you know, hurry up and do a manicure and get it off and get on to the next one, but this would be really beneficial if you're just trying to figure out which polish you want to wear. I love the name of this, Commitment Issues, because, you know, then that way, you know, it helps you figure out what you're going to wear. So I'm going to get these all cracked open and we're going to get started. Alrighty, I can tell you that you have to work quickly, and you can't keep brushing over areas because it starts sticking to itself. So you're going to want to do like a real quick, you know, almost a 1, 2, 3, and this dries clear, so I'm going to leave that little area right there because when it dries it'll be clear. My bottle is getting older and low, so there is some bubbling in here, but hopefully that'll be okay and it won't show up with the swatches. So that is the Unforgettable Glass Frog by RibbitsStickIts. Next I'm going in with Nail Hoot, and this one's a little bit more forgiving. Of course it is new, so it's hadn't started getting thick yet. Alrighty, my battery cut out again. You can see this one's starting to dry, and this one is just still wet, so it's still white. But that's the Talon Super Swatch and Peel. Next, we're going to go in with the Vapid Nail Lacquer, and this is Commitment Issues. And I was really interested in this because, you know, I do a lot of swatching and collabs and nail art and stuff, and sometimes I do have commitment issues, so I thought that that would be really cool to, you know, be able to use this kind of product. I've got like a little skin around the bottle, so I'm going to just get Woody to help me remove that real quick and close it up. So you only need 1 coat of this. You don't need to do multiple layers of it. So I'm going to close everything up, and we're going to wait for these to dry, and then I'm going to swatch over them just like I would if I was doing a swatch video. So as soon as these are dry, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have pulled out 4 Moonshine Manny polishes. This is from her new collection. It's the Queen of Crime from Moonshine Manny. I've only got 3 of them out here because I'm only doing 3 nails. This one here is a Caribbean Mystery. They were sitting out on my desk, so I decided I would just go ahead and grab them. And I don't cap my free edge when I'm doing this because I know it's not staying on, and capping the free edge is just one of those things that, you know, I do when I'm looking for some longevity. You can't do much cleanup with this with the with the wet stuff, so you want to be a little more careful. But if you're just looking to see what the color looks like, you know, it's not an issue. The next one is Death on the Nile, And we're going to do 2 coats, top coat, and then I'm going to show you the removal. This is just for those of you that may be interested. I do like sharing tips and tricks and things that I've learned along the way, and products that I run across, you know, because some of y'all might be like me, and I try to close my eyes to a lot of the products out there. Okay, this next one is They Came to Baghdad. So it's a darker purple. But yeah, I sometimes have to close my eyes to looking at websites and seeing what's out there because I just want to buy everything. So we're going to go back in. This one's had a few seconds to dry. Normally when I paint my nails, that's how I do it. I start with one nail and go all the way through them, and about the time I'm done with the pinky, I can go over the thumb again. So just a little information there for you. And, you know, it normally seems to work pretty good like that, unless I've got a very thick polish, and then I might have a little bit of dragging issues, but not too bad. So there is another coat of a Caribbean Mystery. Next we're going to do Death on the Nile. This one's very gorgeous. They're just all so pretty. I had to have these. And there's more to the collection, and I might show that here in just a moment. I'm just not swatching them today. I love those flakies in there. So there we go. We've got 2 coats of Death on the Nile. And then next we're going to do another coat of They Came to Baghdad. Oop, I almost dropped the brush. Whoopsie. Alright. Oh, that's so pretty. Alrighty, so I have 2 regular coats on all the nails. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these dry for about 30 seconds. Because it is 2 layers deep. So I'm going to let these dry for a few seconds, 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going to come back, top coat them, and then I'll show you removal. Alrighty, for today's example or demo, we're going to be using the Pro FX Quick Dry Top Coat. This is normally what I'm using when I'm swatching and doing manicures, so I figured I'd go ahead and use it today too. I do a regular coat, not a thin coat, not too thick, just a regular old coat of this. And if I'm doing nail art on it for the swatch photo or whatever, I'll let this dry for probably about 7 to 10 minutes, and then it's dry enough. It's not dry all the way down. You wouldn't want to go wash dishes or anything, but it's dry enough to be able to do the stamping on top, so long as I use a light touch. And then, you know, and get my swatch photo out of the, you know, out of the way. And, you know, so normally, like I said, 5 to 7 minutes I'd let it dry to be able to do my swatch photos and nail art. So there we go. I'm going to let these dry down just for, I mean, not long, because see, like, this is, I would be taking a picture of it right here wet, just like that. Just, you know, freeze frame. So we're going to let these dry just for, I mean, literally like a minute, and then we're going to go ahead and do the removal. Okay, here are the other ones from that collection, the newest collection from Moonshine Manny, and this is the Queen of Crime collection. Now, I did show you already the other 3 here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to grab them. The other 3 are the ones I swatched on my nails. I told you the names. And then it came with this 4th one, and it was called And Then There Were None. Another gorgeous polish from Phoebe. And this was a 4-piece collection, and there is a 5th bonus polish. And if you ordered the collection, the whole collection, on the weekend that she released it, you got the bonus polish for free. Now, no, I got to get me the free one. And this one is called The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. And it's just blue with all that flaky goodness. So that is the collection that Phoebe has released. I will be using all of these very soon in manicures, so stay tuned to that. Alrighty, so here we are at the end of this one, and what I do is I use Woody. He's got like a little kind of a cuticle pusher end on the end. You can see there's polish on it because it has been well used many times before. But I start back by the cuticle and I just kind of start pushing it up. And this again is the Glass Frog, and I just kind of start working it down the nail. And And you end up with this like blob at the end. But this is so much better than scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing with acetone. I mean, I still normally, run a little bit of acetone over it to get whatever residuals are still there. But for the most part, you can just kind of scrape it up just like that. And, you can get most of it off. You can even take the paper towel and, do a movement like that, and get even more of it off. But this works really well for me. Like I said, I know not everybody's just swatching collections of polish. I do like to wear the polishes, but sometimes I'm in a crunch and I can't wear the polishes for a day or two each if I've got an 8-piece collection that I'm working on. So this works out really well for me without really giving my hands a workout with the acetone. And that one was the one from Hoot, the Talon Super Swatch and Peel. And then finally Vapid, which is the Commitment Issues. And you can see they just work off the nail just beautifully like that. So this is a really great idea for if you're, using something like this to decide what polish you're wanting to wear next, or what looks good on your nails side by side and all that. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I will leave links for all of these down below, and that is it for me today. So I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, be good to yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.